Hello, everybody! Right into the next match, aren't we? Welcome to the US World Cup 2024 Semifinals weekend. As said, Shiba mentioned earlier, Russia versus Poland. It's going to be a loser's bracket matchup, actually, between these two teams. I am Fiery Rage, going to be joined by Demarsh for this one as we get into the match. Thankfully, both these teams have gracefully allowed us to delay a bit to have that last match finish. So, haven't started yet. Anyway, how's it going, Demarsh?
Hey, it's going well, Fire. It's going well. I'm glad to be back with you. Yeah, Russia versus Poland. Both very highly regarded teams have had incredible runs throughout the World Cups in their respective countries' histories. These teams, in fact, have met up 4 times in the history of the World Cup. Starting all the way back in 2013, Russia lost 4-0 to Poland in the group stage. Next time they met was in 2016, where Russia was successful and beat Poland 5-3 in the round of 16. In 2022, Poland lost to Russia 2-6 in the quarterfinals, and then 2 years ago in 2022, Poland beat Russia 6-2 in the quarterfinals. So first time we're actually getting to see these teams all the way up at the semi-final stage, but I mean it's 2 matches apiece for both of these teams. So this is the decider.
I think Poland probably seen as the underdog in this, not having some of their star players, Naus and Malashevsky, opting not to play this year, which definitely has taken, I think, a toll on Poland's overall team performance, but they're still a very solid team overall, even without them. Tomacik and Rafis, probably the standout players, I would say, out of everything there. Especially Tomacik, he's been kind of popping off.
Yeah, I mean, they really have. Especially last week, both their matches very one-sided. Poland going through Romania 6-0. Of course, we know the history between those two teams. And then Poland-Turkey 6-0 again. So Poland not dropping a single point last week. It looks good for the semi-finals.
I completely forgot about Mustache as well. Worth mentioning him as well. He's been kind of popping off as well for this entire tournament. Anyway, band phase, as we were talking, almost over already. We have no reading maps. Hidden 2 and Nomad 5 completely banned out. No worries about that. Fremod 2 as well. So literally no low AR maps remaining in the pool.
No, and again, Russia last week wanted to ban the Hidden 2. And I think Poland did have Hidden 2 banned against them, so I'm surprised to see... Well, sorry, I'm not surprised to see Russia ban into Poland again for this particular map, but yeah, no reading at all is a bit of a shame, but it's weird to see Poland ban the Nomad 5, knowing that Russia was probably going to ban that Hidden 2, although they could have banned both anyway, so...
I think the Nomad 5 is a different type of reading than most people probably are used to, and I think Poland just probably didn't want to deal with that. It's not horribly surprising, I'd say, all things considered. I think it requires 2 different skill sets, so let's see if it plays out for them. They do double ban into Nomad, actually, Nomad 4, the next ban for Poland, one of the harder maps in the pool. Tech-oriented. We've seen a lot of, well, we haven't seen a lot of, but we've seen last match, a lot of players struggle on that. So not too surprising to see Poland want to opt to ban that, especially up against some of the tech prodigies, I'd say, in Russia.
Yeah, and again, that free mod 2 ban for Russia as our last one. I'm not sure if we went into that, but the anti-mod, of course, gone as well. So a lot of unique and tricky maps kind of taken out of the pool. There's a lot more of the mechanics style stuff open for both these teams, and Poland going to be kicking us off with the DT2.
Pretty interesting to open up with this, all things considered. Both these teams are pretty strong at speed, have very strong speed rosters. Russia, Welter and Scrowell, Ciccone as well, stand out players for them on any speed map for the most part. Poland, though, not to be outdone on that front. It's a very interesting first pick, I'd say, considering I think this is probably going to be fairly close, and I'm not too sure opening with that might be a good idea or not, but...
Yeah, it's an interesting choice from them to kick us off with this, really. We did see that Poland did opt to pick into DT last week as well with Renatus. So it was one of their stronger picks that they opted into.
Yeah, Tomachik and Rafis definitely perform probably the best, I'd say, on speed. But their overall team is pretty solid on this as well. I'm just kind of surprised to see them first pick into it against Russia, who is also very strong at speed. We'll see. This could go either way. Just getting the toss-up pick out of the way first, I guess.
Yeah, well, why not, eh? Get it out of the way, get it gone. See which team is doing better on the day.
Final rosters are in. Going to be getting into speed. 240 BPM. Lots of bursts on this one. Actually, a couple of finger control patterns as well. Some doubles here and there that can be pretty tricky. Like that. They can catch you off guard. Not going to catch off anyone so far outside of Rafis. Early miss from him. Not going to matter, though.
Yeah, we are also talking about as well reaching that the stage where a lot of players don't have the 4-man roster I think they would like for some of these higher end maps. So if there's any of those teams that are still left that just cannot pull a 4-man for something like this, it's going to be a rough time on these much trickier maps. But so far, both teams looking really good. Again, Russia, a dominant speed team, been regarded as one of the best in the tournament, and they're looking good on Poland's first pick here.
We are having some Bancho craziness happen right now. I'm not too sure how many of those misses are real. Rafis and Tardis have missed. We'll see if their combos recover or not, but actually it doesn't seem like they're going to. Those are the two that missed earlier, granted, but no trades on the side of Russia means this is going to be getting pretty one-sided fairly quickly. iShark finally does drop one of those FCs, but we're going to be needing to see one of Chaconi Welter and Skrull to drop, and that is not looking too likely right now.
Yeah, couple
okay,
of drops.
This was actually a Bancho miss. Never mind.
There we are. One recovery.
Skrull missing as well. Okay, now this gets interesting.
Doesn't it just? Complete switch up from what we were looking at. I mean, Russia's still holding a lead here, but you've got big combos on the side of Poland and only 2 full combos on the side of Russia. Are they going to be able to hold out for the last quarter of this map? Oh, Steadis goes.
That's probably going to seal it for Russia, I think. Even then, I think it probably still would have went to them. Don't think there would have been enough time regardless. 2 very solid team scores from both of these teams, above 3 million on the first map. Just like we said, toss-up. This is what both of these teams are very good at, and we're seeing that in droves. Basically 2 FCs from both teams. Rafis with a very early miss, but we'll count it an FC. It's an S rank. See, it's an FC.
It's a rounded FC. Rounded up, of course. But no, very good stuff. Scroll also as well with the S rank. Very, very nice from them. But you look at Steadis, it was that single miss and may have not been the deciding factor in the end. It could have been those early ones from Tartis. And iShark just breaking the one major time. But there we go. Russia with an early breakpoint. Very nice. But like you said, overlapping skill sets. So they're going to go straight back in to that DT with DT4.
Fun map, this one. I'd say probably more alt-oriented than anything. The main draw on this is the AR 10.5 after double time on this. So a bit of higher AR than I think most tournament players are going to be used to. It's not crazy by any stretch of the imagination, especially now that people are DTing AR 9.6 maps, but that is a factor that could come into play here.
Yeah, it is, and again, you can see why Russia pick it. You look at this roster, and you've seen the sort of DT scores they've put up, not just in tournament, but in standard as well. This is a bit of their cup of tea, really. And looking over at the Polish side, they're still going to put up a decent roster for this as well, I reckon. But I think Russia may be slightly more favoured because it's a bit of a hybrid map, this one. Very tech-focused.
Yeah, swaps to, I think, 150 BPM at the end. But for the most part, this remains pretty stable at around 210. A lot of heavy aim focus on this. If you've played a James Jan map, I know he's mapped a couple of Kendrick Lamar hip-hop maps as well. I think the one that's most similar to this would probably be Good Kid, Mad City. If anyone has played that, you would know exactly what I'm talking about.
Insurance card, or nothing for me to call shit. I thought I had game, but she would be the one to leave her initials on the leaderboard. It's an evil world, I was thinking.
Yes, this map very different from the DT4 we saw last week, which was, you know, very much more finger control focused than more of a hybrid map compared to this one. So that might yield some different results than what we saw from these two teams.
Bit of keyboard spam there. You're going to be seeing Elementaire come in for Poland and Desk for Russia. Their first playing time. Koziarek as well. Outside of that, though, the main 5 for both of the teams staying in for this one. I'm just getting right into it.
Out the gate here. Early break for Elementaire. Rafis as well. Gonna be dropping it. Welter did drop as well, so it's not all doom and gloom for Poland, but it's not the ideal start they wanted. Again, under 3 minutes this map, so it's gonna wrap it up. Koziarek drops as well. Not great news as Poland's left with just one combo, but a double break from Russia still opens things up.
I think I'm seeing why Russia picked this, and it is pretty evident by, I think, the fact that Poland doesn't really have a very strong 4-man roster on this, which is what you were saying. It's very hard to find a consistent 4-man roster as we get into these later stages, and we're seeing that for Poland right now on this map. Just not having really a fun time on anyone, for that matter. Tomachi is the only one that's, I'd say, having a fun time on this map right now. Meanwhile, Russia's Deske holding on to an FC still, half of the map remaining. This is probably going to be the most one-sided map of the match.
Yeah, it's going that way. Good recoveries from Russia's Draconian Scroll, and Welter not far behind as well, but Deske, like you said, storming ahead. Raf is trying to build something with Tomazic on the side of Poland, but Koziarek and Elementaire still struggling, but there goes Rafis as well. I think, like you said, it's going to be the most one-sided map at this rate. It's approaching 700k, and we've still got a quarter of the map left.
It's a very niche skill set, so it's not too surprising to see scores like this, in all honesty. This map is incredibly hard, and Deske is just kind of destroying this right now. This is disgusting.
Yeah, one kick
combo.
Oh, there we go.
Miss.
There it is, yeah.
Thank you. I'll take my bonus from Poland, thank you. As we get into the alt-oriented section, this is the 150 BPM part I was talking about. Not going to really make a difference here, but...
Yeah, this is probably the most enjoyable part of the map. And Tomazic starting to get up there with a nice combo as well. But, I mean, it's a million. It's going to be a million by the end of this.
Yeah, the team consistency on Russia, unmatched on this. 2.6 million almost, and no one below 400k. Very solid team performance from them overall on that map. Scrowell and Ciccone both with S ranks, Tomachica as well. Overall, really solid. Ciccone actually with a 800k, just sliding in there. We didn't even notice that. But yeah, I think Poland kind of figured that that map wouldn't necessarily go the best, all things considered. So shrug it off. Let's get into Poland's next pick.
Yeah, they're going to need to try and get on the board sooner rather than later. Especially if they're going to stick with the DT maps, which they might do. Because they are, especially in that first map, playing very, very well. But they are going to switch things up slightly. And try to go some stream shred with My Heart Will Go On.
I'm so happy a lot of teams are... I'm so happy so far both of the matches that have been played have picked this. This is such a special map. I think everyone, I think at this point, is familiar with McDonald's. Very famous for mapping some of the more farmy, stream-oriented maps. Glory Days, obviously, comes to mind instantly. This is that, but with a bit more stamina intensive at 200 BPM and a lot more spaced. And obviously, kind of have to mention, rest in peace, McDonald's as well. Passed away recently.
Yeah, was also a staple of his Portugal OWC team. And yeah, will be sorely missed by the community. But what a map to remember him by. My Heart Will Go On. Absolute banger of a map.
A lot of people are probably familiar with this song from Karcher's set. A bit less stamina intensive, this map, but still tests that flow aim aspect very much. 7.7 stars on this one. Also worth noting, since this is a no mod 2, and we're not on laser, note lock is a potential factor here. If you miss aim one of these streams, you are probably not going to have a fun time recovering.
No, you absolutely won't. And interestingly enough, neither team opting to pick into anything like this last week. So it's interesting to see Poland wanting to try and bank more on this in this matchup. It is a little bit more, I don't want to say use the word generic, but it is definitely more slot orientated mechanics focus.
Mustache coming in on the side of Russia. Absolute beast on these types of stream maps. Has had so many scores on maps like, I don't even know, I can't even name off the top of my head. He's been a machine though, all things considered. I think the smoke got ruined. I think that says Pecco from Ciccone, because of course it would.
It would.
Well known for doing that. Gamer and Handsome also getting their first map of the match here.
Well, we know what these two can do, Gamer especially on these sorts of maps. Let's see if that note lock will play a factor, like you mentioned, later on into these bigger streams. Quite tame start, really, but really starting to hit into it now. Both teams keeping things very even early on. Not much to report, really. Oh, Gamer going to be the first one to hit the chain missing. Tommaso is. Oh, they're starting to fall now.
Yeah, as we were talking about, if you miss one of these, yeah, you're not going to have a fun time trying to recover on this. The OD is fairly low at 9.2, and we're seeing that in droves right now. Tomachica not having a fun time whatsoever there. Basically just gave up as soon as he missed, which I can't blame him. Trying to recover from no lock is a pain. She's going to give Russia the advantage here early on.
Yep, very, very volatile map, and Tomasic still struggling. Handsome is going to find a combo reset though, so still a chance for Poland with Steadis recovering well to going to go down as well, opening the door even more for them as the score bar starts to head the other way now. Jaconi and Gamer looking to be the anchors for Russia to hold them in and try and keep this point alive.
As we get into the guitar solo, this is where spacing becomes kind of crazy. There goes that's one of the recovery combos on the side of Poland, which is going to halt this advance slightly. Not entirely, though. There goes Rafis! That's going to immediately shift it over.
And the door slams on the toe of Poland. It's still open a little bit. But it's not looking great. There goes Jaconi!
FC! It is Mustache to hold on! Gamer has a nice recovery, but it is solely on him right now, and this might come down to the last few streams if it keeps going at this pace. The ending of this is absolutely brutal with the spacing. If we see any note locks here, everyone drops! Gamer's gone! There's no combo on the side of Russia to counter Mustache. Willie FC! You know it!
Whoa!
You know it! Just like that, Poland are back in it.
Crazy. 99.51. 10 100s. That is a crazy play from Mustache. Absolutely godlike. What a pick from Poland as well.
The stream goat at it again. The Polish stream goat never misses on this type of map. He loves this stuff.
Doesn't he just? But all around from Poland, very good stuff. Rafis on the 98 accuracy as well. It was so unfortunate for Jaconi. I don't even think it was a chain miss. It was a 99 act play as well. So really unlucky from Russia to try and hold into that one. But it was a volatile map, and it's what's put Poland back into this matchup. But Russia going to try and shut him down with some hidden now.
Kind of leaning more into the finger control aspect that we saw in DT4, but a lot of a much more different map, I'd say, on this.
I mean, this map is nuts.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it. I think the last time this was picked in UK versus Philippines, I don't think anyone had a fun time on this map for that match. If I'm remembering correctly, at the very least.
I don't think they did, to be honest.
Yeah, no, highest score was Bubbleman at 586k, so score to beat. We'll see who can do that.
And even that was a kind of a crazy play. And they didn't... UK ended up losing that pick as well, I think, from what I remember.
Yes, they did. This map is... It's so brutal. This is very much a map that you might pick into if you have some... If you have, like, two very confident players on this, you might want to just go for this, because trying to field a four-man roster for this map is very hard, to say the least.
Yeah, I was going to say, actually, whether that's what Russia's plan is, to kind of pick those maps that they know Poland can't kind of four-man. They're having to field someone in to kind of put up a 300-400k score, and they can kind of just overpower Poland. But again, we'll see. We'll see if they can actually do it, because it is with this sort of map, volatility can cause all sorts of issues for the picking team. And we saw how Russia reacted with the volatile no mod 2, so we'll see if the hidden 3 works in their favor this time.
Oh, that element there coming back in on the side of Poland. The only swap for them. Deske coming in on the side of Russia.
And yeah, interesting point brought up. No Markram in this for a hidden map, which I can only assume is due to the 200 BPM nature of this map.
Yeah, there's a lot of, as I mentioned, there's a lot of finger control requirement on this, and a couple of, I guess you can say stamina, but it's not very stamina focused. There's just a lot of bursts scattered throughout the rest of the map. That can be pretty taxing on stamina if you're not ready for that.
immediately issues arise.
Yep. It just kind of hits you immediately and then never stops, and just like that, no one's having a fun time in the beginning here. So we're going to be waiting a bit for things to stabilize as people get used to the map, because right now everyone is just kind of missing all over the place and no one's having a fun time. Tomacheek and Rafis holding on to the highest combos with Handsome Me on the side of Russia will give Poland a slight advantage coming out of that first part. But just like that, here's another, here's 4th low aim.
And it's gone. And it's gone. Handsome and Tomacheek, never mind, that's just Handsome now with the big combo. Of course, Poland have still got Elementaire trying to hold on to something. Scrolls there, though, to kind of negate a lot of that and increase the score margin towards Russia. But big drops coming in for Russia there. Welter and Handsome drop. Scroll's still there, though, but now they're chasing a little bit. Deske's there. Tomacheek not going to be able to recover, but Mustache and Rafis starting to bring it up the rear as well.
Skrull slider breaks, that's one of the huge combos on the side of Russia. Elementaire slider breaks on nothing! Oh my god! Deske now has an unchecked 700.
No, he doesn't.
Dude.
Take a break. Take a break.
Yeah, you know what? You're casting the rest of them. You're casting the rest of us. Have
I got this. I got this. Have fun, man. Mustache, though, and Rafis with good supporting combos for Poland. Handsome Me and Welter trying to limit it. It's still going their way. There goes Rafis. And is there a trade-up from Russia? I don't see it. Tomacheek and Elementaire also get reset, so it's just Mustache. There goes Handsome Me, though. Scroll reset as well. Desut was just before. So Welter's there, but is falling behind. Oh no, Rafis was a Bancho. Rafis was a Bancho. Poland's still got 2 big combos. It's within 50k now. Can they bring that back? 1/3 of the map left.
They need at least one of these big combos to hold. If one of them misses, it's not the end of the world. There's not really that much recovery on the side of Russia. It's just Welter right now. And even him, he has about 200 combo less than both Rafis and Mustache combined. 4th of the map remaining. It's going to shift over to Poland in the last second here. As we get into a little speed up section, BPM change.
Yeah, this is where the map really shoots of intensity. If you're nervous, you could go wrong, and it does go wrong for Poland. Big drops, 4-way reset for Poland into the ending, 61k. I think Scroll's still got some combo, though, so there's still time for this to go the other way.
Skrull and Deske both have combo right now. They need to hold on to this if they want to shift this over. It's very quickly shifting over, but this is the hardest part of the map. If they can hold on through it, that's all that matters, though, and they are holding strong.
It's 30k, it's very little in it, but I think that's the end of the map there. A little bit of an ending, but nothing major. Russia do hold on to it. They are going to be able to make it through.
Oh, that's nasty.
Scroll.
Slider break at the ending slider, but holding through that last part. No note lock or misses at all from those huge combos. That is massive for them. And they secure their own point. Poland still need a break point to get things back to tied.
Oh, so unfortunate for them. They had potential on that map. That was looking a little scary for Russia for quite a while. But the Mustache-Rafis duo just couldn't quite hold on to those combos right to the end in the trickiest part of the map. But again, a nuts map. So very well played to everyone. But yeah, like you said, Poland's still going to be looking for a break point, but focus is on them now. They cannot afford to drop another one.
Well, they can afford to drop at least one more, but it'd put them in a very unfavorable position. Let's just put it that way. What would they opt to go for here? Is the question. You don't have any more of the stamina or speed maps, really. I guess DT3 kind of counts as that, but it's very much a speed orient. Oh, wait. I forgot Hard Rock 3 exists. My fault. This is no mod 2, but at 20 higher BPM.
My guy forgot a riot map. Let's go.
This is a speed map. I don't care what anyone says. I'm going to call it a speed map. 227 BPM. Very stamina intensive more than anything else on this. And it's basically your bog standard stream map just with hard rock.
Yep, very much stamina intensive. 227 BPM. Very nasty. Very, very nasty. Hard rock map. But something that I think Russia could actually do quite well on as well. I don't think this is a clear pick for Poland by any stretch of the imagination. It'll be another contest, really. Very much a battle between these two teams. And again, this is all to play for. Losers bracket match between these two teams. Russia or Poland will be eliminated as soon as the other gets to 6 points. So Poland maybe starting to feel a bit of the pressure here.
Already coming in for Poland as well. First time we've seen him in. Yeah, as you said, all these stamina picks and stream map picks in general are going to be toss-up between both these teams. Both of them have very strong rosters for this. It's just going to come down to who misses more and who has some more unfortunate breaks.
So much shorter this map as well, but it doesn't let up in intensity as the trade-off. So we'll see who has the better composure as we go into map number 5. Gotta be hoping that Poland are gonna lock in on this map. So,
There's not really any downtime on this either. I guess there's like one downtime period, but outside of that, this is basically just non-stop streams. Also a little mellow beginning here, but once it picks up, it doesn't really stop.
yeah, trust me, the map's coming. It's coming.
Just give it a couple more seconds, probably like 15 seconds or so, and then we're gonna have a fun time. Tomachik actually missing prior, but here comes the streams. Hope you're ready to see this for about 2 minutes.
So getting really into the bare bones of this map. Looking very even, slightly favored on Poland because of the early break from Tomasic, but the break from Ciccone leaving things open for them. But big combos on both sides still. Nearly halfway through the map already. We're approaching it at least. And there's not been a break in quite some time.
No one's going to be breaking in that first section. Now we're back into a bit of a downtime until the next stream part. So, a bit of combo build-up for both these teams. Not going to be for long, granted, as we get into the next hard part shortly, but it is favoring Poland for the moment with these 3 FCs, and nice recovery, not anymore from Tomachik. There goes Tardis as well. Just like that, Russia now combo advantage by massive margins as Stez goes down as well. Skral trades one of them. They're going to need more than that. It's just Rafis on the combo, the old man himself. Can he put up a fight against 3 combos? It's not looking likely.
Yeah, the way it's just going. Scroll, there goes Gamer though. Ciccone's still holding on alongside Welter. So it needs to be a break soon because Russia's score still going to rocket up very, very soon. Tartis Tomasic there though, trying to bail back some combo. So the score gap is going to slow. Scroll shaking a lot now, but Ciccone and Welter looking strong. Rafis cannot do anything.
They needed one of those FCs to break, or high combo in this case of Ciccone, but Welter going to be securing the FC. Ciccone following him up with a very solid backing score. Rafis. Gramps still got it. He's still got it. Absolutely insane score from him, unfortunately. It's not going to be enough.
Yeah, absolutely crazy stuff from both sides, really. But the break point from Russia puts them 4-1 going into their next pick. It's starting to look a little one-sided when really it's been anything but that.
We're just going to get right into a DT1. Another speed-oriented map, funnily enough. Bit more burst heavy, I'd say, than anything compared to the stamina intensive Nomad 2 and Hard Rock 3 that we've seen. I think fairly popular song and map, all things considered. Galvanize, my goat. This is a pretty popular DT farm map, I think, for a couple speed players, though. Or at least it used to be.
Yeah, definitely used to be on that side of things, but let's see if Russia. I mean, you know that Poland are going to have a fun time on this as well, but we did see Grohl do some crazy stuff on this.
All keeping the exact same roster from the last map on this. Do see Ice Shark coming in on the side of Russia. Seems like that's going to be the only swap, though. Poland with their backs up against the wall as Ciccone, give him a second there. There we go. Not missing too much at the start of the map anyway. There's a couple burst patterns here and there, but nothing crazy. As soon as I say that, Welter misses on one of the burst patterns. But yeah, Poland with their backs up against the wall here. Also worth mentioning, probably going to be seeing a lot of high AC on this map. OD7 prior to double time, which makes it, I think, OD9 with double time. Very accessible for a lot of these players, I'd say, in the accuracy department. See, Des and Rafis miss. Welter as well, but 3 FCs to 2 early on here.
Yeah, so early game in favor of Russia once again. But lots of map still available, lots of time for things to change. Tartus going to drop though, not going to be helping Poland as they drop another big combo. Stelis also failing to recover, drops another slider break. Tomaticic really being the last chance for Poland on this map. Russia just looking unstoppable right now, even with a break from Ice Shark.
Yeah, Ice Shark does trade one of those high combos, so it's going to halt the advance slightly. It's going to be very slowly going in favor of Russia, but any of these combos from Russia missing can instantly swap it over. Tardis does struggle a bit to get a recovery going, but it's one of the lowest combos on the side. There goes Welter. So those are the 2 combos that already missed on the side of Russia. We're going to need to see more than that, though, as Tomacic goes down, the only FC on the side of Poland in the stream section. And Ciccone and Skrell are demolishing this. Skrell does but Ciccone holding on through that entire part. Rafis, for his part, also holding on. So it's not entirely gone for Poland just yet.
So
this is disgusting act from Ciccone.
This is actually crazy. We saw him last week performing insanely well. Another FC on the DT1, so hopes are going to be high for him. He's going to have to hold because his team's not there to support. One mess up, which looks unlikely, but will allow Poland a chance. Because the scorebar is actually struggling to go over to Russia.
It's actually flipping over to the side of Poland if everything stays the same here. It's not going to, as Jez and Tardis miss. Those are the lowest combos in the lobby, though, all things considered. We're just going to need to see another miss from Russia here. If Ciccone misses, that would be huge. Even one of the recoveries, Squalor or Welter, if they miss, this can get pretty interesting. But Tomachik, unfortunately, going to be the one missing, and it just does not seem likely that any of these Russian players really want to miss and give this lead over. Squall finally does, but I think a little too late at this point. Ciccone is just disgustingly destroying this map right now, all things considered. 1x100, I think, and he is just, I don't know. I don't know, man.
I mean, look at Rafis as well, 99.5. I mean, like you said, not an issue on this map, but even still, that score from Ciccone is head and shoulders above the rest.
He's actually going to close this out with 1x100, is he? Oh my god, that's disgusting!
That's insane!
That's disgusting, man! What? What is that play, man?
Actually bannable score. That is nuts.
My god. Russia now, break point. Poland needs to win 2 break points from Russia, as well as 3 of their own picks, in order to get the tiebreaker here, and they're just going to go immediately for Hard Rock 1. Hope you like AIM.
Indeed, I hope you do like it, because this is about as awkward as it gets, really. This map is not pleasant, at least in my opinion. I don't like it.
There's a lot of awkward angles on this, let's put it that way. It's not your traditional AIM map, I'd say. It's more, I guess you could consider it an old hidden 1 slot. This is what you normally see, I think, in hidden 1 slots of the past.
So, again, another very mechanics-focused map. We've seen a lot of these throughout this matchup, and it's more of the same, really. But Poland it could be their last pick of this World Cup if they cannot bring it home. And Russia will be looking to shut this out for sure.
We've seen Poland pull off some miracle comebacks before, though. 6-1 in the AUS World Cup 2017 final stage. Ended up winning that match 7-6. Can they do it again?
Again, Poland, this is to stay in the World Cup. If they cannot convert this, if they drop that 3rd break point, it will send them home, and Russia will move on to face the winner of Hong Kong and Chile. So, let's see if they've still got the fight left in them to bring this back. It has been done from this sort of scoreline before, but it's not a position I think any team would want to be in.
Probably the most accessible map we've seen thus far. I don't think anyone's going to have a horrible time on this, all things considered. Probably not going to be seeing many FCs, if any, but don't think we'll be seeing any bad scores from anyone here. Fairly consistent difficulty as well, so you can pretty much just miss on anything. We're seeing that already from a lot of members. Welter, Kosariak and Thardis going down early on here. There goes Mustache as well. Bit of a hard start for
my God.
all things considered. No FCs on the board for them. It is only 2 early stage here for Russia, and those can go very awry as the map goes on, so it's not over by any stretch of the imagination. The score lead's only 10k. It's going to be growing a bit more there as Ciccone breaks, so keeping it relatively close, all things considered, even with those breaks.
Deske and Welter with those bigger combos, but Poland's far, and Deske goes, and a complete reset for the bottom row. Welter coasts as well to Mazacic. It's just Kosariak. No, it isn't. He's gone as well. Ciccone being the strong one. Everyone not having a great time on this. What was it you said, Fiery? No one's going to have an awful time on this.
No one's going to have an awful score, and I mean, no one is. We're all looking to get 400k. Right now, Skrull, if anything, is making a lot of the difference here. Very low accuracy, which is kind of surprising to see from him, which is keeping Poland in this despite all these misses coming out from pretty much everybody.
So Russia still holding on to that advantage ever so slightly. Big combo from Ciccone and Welter playing a major part in that. But there's still a lot of map left.
No one missing on that sudden jump. Just Skrull, and he's the lowest combo on the lobby. Thardis, everyone on Poland outside of Mustache trading that. They're going to need to see a miss from Ciccone, or at least one of these recovery combos. There goes Welter. There goes one of them. They're going to need a bit more than that, though. And
Ciccone over aims!
That's massive. Mustache and Deske now the highest combos in the lobby, and it favors Poland just slightly. Is there enough map remaining, though? Deske goes down. There might just be enough map. Mustache goes down as well.
So, looking at these combos, there's still 3 decently sized combos. Welter goes, Deske finds another reset. That score bar is still going down. Tomazacic, Ciccone goes as well.
Hardest
8k in this, Tice goes down. Scroll, Kosariak drops. Will Scroll hold on to this? Mustache trying to recover. It's the end of the map, though. Deske's there as well. Tomazacic finds another break. It's not going to be enough. Poland are out. They're gone.
It's going to get very close at the end there, but that could have gone either way for both of these teams. It's going to be Russia off the performance of Ciccone, and at the end there, solid recoveries from the entire team in general. Going to be pushing them over the edge as Russia takes this match 6-1. They advance further into the semifinals weekend.
Yeah, indeed, Russia breaking the deadlock between these two teams. They got 3-2 overall in World Cup meetups, and Poland go out of the World Cup. Commiserations to them, but a very solid performance from them. They will be back next year, but Russia carry on. And like I said before, Hong Kong versus Chile. That matchup has to take place before we find out who their opponents are, but I mean, what a first matchup for Russia. Very strong performance against a very competitive team in Poland.
Unfortunately, one of these teams has to go out. It's going to be Poland. It's not entirely over yet, though. Still got one more match in this block, which is happening pretty much immediately right after this, actually. Canada versus China. I almost forgot My fault on that one. Anyway, it's going to be it for me and the Marsh. We'll see you guys in the next match coming in right now.